There's nothing left.
There are people out there. People worth saving.
The family lived in a small house on the edge of a quiet town. The town was not busy anymore. It had been 2 years since the creatures came. The creatures were big and scary. They had long arms and sharp teeth. But the worst thing was that they hunted by sound. If you made a noise, they would come fast and attack. The family was mom, dad, and 2 kids. A boy named Tim, who was 10, and a girl named Sarah, who was 8. They all knew to be very quiet. They walked on soft feet. They used signs with their hands to talk. No words out loud. The house had sand on the floors to make steps silent. They ate food from cans without opening them loud. Every day was the same. Wake up, eat. Check traps for food, sleep. It was boring, but safe. One day, Dad found a map in an old book. The map showed a place far away where people might be safe. It was a big building with walls. We have to go, Dad signed to Mom. Mom looked worried. The kids did not know yet. Outside, the world was dangerous. Creatures were everywhere. But staying here, food was running low. So, they packed bags with quiet things. Blankets, water, some tools. They left at night. When creatures slept a bit, they walked slow on a path. Trees were all around. Leaves made soft sounds under feet, but not too loud. Tim held Sarah's hand. Mom carried a baby doll for Sarah to hug if scared. Dad led with a stick to check ground. It was dark. They heard wind, but no birds. Birds were gone because they sang too much. They walked for hours. Nothing happened. It was just walking, step by step. The path was long and straight. They stopped to rest under a tree, ate some dry bread. No talking, just sitting, then walked more. The moon was up. It was cold. Sarah's feet hurt, but she did not cry. Crying was noise. Finally, they saw an old barn. It looked empty. They went in slow. Inside, hay was on the floor. It was soft. They sat down. Dad checked doors, safe for now. They slept a little, but in the morning, they heard a far noise. Maybe a branch break. They froze, waited, nothing came. So, they got up and kept going. The family kept walking into the forest. Trees were tall and green. Leaves blocked the sun sometimes. The ground was covered in dirt and sticks. They had to step careful not to snap any. Dad went first, poking the ground with a stick. Mom followed, carrying a bag. Tim and Sarah held hands in the middle. They walked for a long time. It was morning now. Birds were not there, like before. No animals ran around. Just quiet. They stopped to drink water from bottles. The water was warm. Tasted okay. Sarah signed she was tired. Mom signed back to keep going. They ate some nuts from the bag, chewed slow. After more walking, they saw a river. It was small, water moving soft, no loud rush. They needed to cross. Dad found a log over it. He tested it, solid. He crossed first, slow, then signed for others. Mom went next. Then Tim helped Sarah. She was scared, but did it. On the other side, they sat, rested legs, looked at the map. The safe place was still far, maybe days away. In the afternoon, they heard a sound, a twig snap far off. They all stopped, froze like statues. Dad signed to hide. They went behind a big tree, waited. Minutes passed. Nothing came. Maybe it was wind or a falling branch. They got up and walked again. Step by step, the forest looked the same. Trees, dirt, leaves. That night came. They found a spot under bushes. Made a small camp with blankets, no fire, because fire cracks. Ate cold food from cans. Beans, tasted plain. Slept in turns. Dad watched first, then Mom. Kids slept. It was cold but okay. Morning came. They packed and walked more. Asterisk, the family walked out of the forest into open fields. Grass was high. Wind moved it soft. No loud sounds. They saw old houses far away. Broken windows, empty. Dad signed to stay away. Might have creatures inside. They kept going. Hours passed. Walking. Stopping. Eating dry food. Apples from a tree. Juicy but quiet to bite. Sarah signed her doll was dirty. Mom cleaned it with a cloth. No words died in the distance. They saw smoke. Then smoke, like from a small fire. People, Dad stopped everyone. They hid in grass, watched. 3 people around a fire. 2 men, 1 woman. They had bags and guns. But guns make noise, so maybe not used much. The strangers ate food, signed to each other sometimes. Looked tired. The family waited. Debated with signs. Go say hi or avoid. Food was low. Maybe trade. Dad decided to try. They walked slow toward the fire. Hands up to show no harm. The strangers saw them, stood up fast. 1 man pointed a stick. No gun out. Dad signed hello. The strangers signed back. They knew the quiet way. Sat down. Shared some bread. The woman gave Sarah a candy. Wrapped quiet. Tasted sweet. They signed stories. Strangers came from city. Many creatures there. Lost friends. Going to same safe place on mapped out. They talked more. With signs. About weather. About food. Boring stuff. Night came. They all slept near fire. But fire was small. No crackle. Watches and turns. Morning. They ate oats. Plain. Then said bye. Strangers went one way. Family another. No fight. Just left. Walked more. Fields turned to road. Cracked pavement. Cars rusted on sides. Empty. They checked 1 car. Found a bottle of water. Kept going. Asterisk, the road was long and straight. Cracks everywhere. Weeds grew up. The family walked in line. Dad front, kids middle, mom back. Sun was hot. Sweat on faces. They drank water slow. Suddenly. A noise. Sarah stepped on a can. It crunched a bit, not loud, but enough. They froze. Listen. Far off. A rustle. Then fast steps. Creature coming. Big one. They ran to a car. Hid inside. Doors closed soft. The creature came. Sniffed air. Walked around. Long arms dragged. Teeth sharp. It heard the crunch. Searched. Family held breath. Tim hugged Sarah. Mom covered her mouth gentle. Dad watched through window. Minutes passed. Creature walked slow. Circled car. Scratched door once. Quiet scratch. Then moved away. To another sound maybe. When? They waited more. Hours. Felt long. Finally, Dad signed okay. They got out slow. Walked fast away. Kept going. Road turn. Saw a town. Small. Stores empty. They went in one. Found cans of soup. No labels. Took them. Ate later. Cold soup. Tasted like vegetables. Plain. Night in a house. Boarded windows. Slept on floor. Blankets. Dreamed of noise. Morning. Walked again. Legs tired. But no choice. Asterisk, they walked to hills. Up and down. Rocks loose. Careful steps. Saw the strangers again. Same 3. By a cave. Fire small. Family approached slow. Strangers waved. Shared water. Sign talk. Strangers said safe place close. But heard bad things. Some people there take stuff. Not nice. Family worried. But went together. Safer in group. Walked as group. Hours. Ate berries. Red ones. Tasted okay. 1 man signed jokes. Boring jokes about quiet world. No one laughed. Just nodded. At night. Camp and cave. Deep echoes of talk. But no talk. Slept. Woke to noise. Soft. 1 stranger taking family's bag. Food gone. Dad woke. Sign stopped. Man ran. Others woke. Woman signed sorry. But man gone with bag. Chased a bit. But creature might hear. Stopped. Lost food. Now hungry. Strangers left too. Family alone. Walk sad. Found stream. Drank. No food. Sarah cried quiet. Mom hugged. Kept going. Hills ended. Saw a building far. Big walls. Maybe safe place. Asterisk, the building was big. Concrete walls. High. Gates closed. Family walked slow to it. Knocked soft on gate. Waited. A slot opened. I looked out. Signed who? Dad signed family. Need help. Gate opened a bit. People inside. Many. All quiet. Signed welcome. Gave food. Bread and soup. Warm? No. Cold. Tasted good though. Rooms to sleep. Bed soft. But night came. Noise outside. Creatures. Many. Attacking walls. People signed hide. Family went to basement. Dark. Waited. Bangs on walls. Long time. Hours. Shakes. The walls held. Morning. Quiet. Creatures gone. People fixed walls. Family help. Swept dirt. Ate more. Signed stories. Tim and Sarah played with other kids. Quiet games. No balls. To bouncy. Days passed. Same routine. Eat. Work. Sleep. Safe but boring. Mom signed happy. Dad too. Kids smiled. World outside dangerous. Here. Hushed. They staged and